welcome to Nel Perfumier. Is there anything I can help you with? Okay, you've booked a signature scent consultation. Give me just one moment while I check in our appointment book. Today is okay. And can I just get your name, please? Okay, yes, I see it right here. And for your phone number, we have 555-1357. Is that still correct? Okay, good. And it looks like this is your first time at our perfumier with a scent consultation. Okay, so in that case, I will just give you a brief overview of what we do here and then ask you a couple of questions. So we specialize in custom perfumes and fragrances. We of course sell off-the-shelf perfumes from designer brands as well as lesser-known boutique brands. But what we're really known for are our personalized fragrances. We found that a lot of our customers were interested in creating a personalized signature scent, and it's especially great for people who have sensitivities or allergies who may not be able to wear typical fragrances. But whatever your reason for wanting a signature fragrance, whether it be perfume or cologne, we can definitely help you out. Sound good? Okay, so before I start bringing out some of our scents for you to try, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions to help narrow in on your personal taste. Okay? So, first off, do you have any allergies or sensitivities? Okay. And what is your favorite perfume or cologne brand? Is there a particular perfume or cologne that you wear regularly? Okay, yeah, I love that one. And do you wear a fragrance every day, or do you typically wear fragrances only on special occasions? Okay. So pretty regularly. Got it. And when you do wear a fragrance, do you always wear the same one or one or two? Or do you like having a wide variety of fragrances to choose from in your collection? Okay, you tend to stick with a couple of your favorites. Got it. And do you prefer a lighter perfume that fades after a few hours, or do you prefer heavier fragrances that last for a long time and don't require any touching up? Okay, so there are 4 different fragrance strengths depending on how concentrated the perfume oils are. The strongest and probably the most popular is eau de perfume, which is 10 to 20% perfume oil. These fragrances are very strong and usually last 8 hours or longer. Eau de perfume do fade the longer you wear them, but they start off quite intense and continue throughout the day. The second strongest strength is eau de toilette, which is typically between 5 and 15% perfume oil. These begin with a strong burst of scent and then fade after applying. But the scent continues to last for up to 7 hours. The next one is eau de cologne, which has about 2 to 4% perfume oil. And if you want to have a continuous scent, it requires touching up every 2 to 4 hours. Eau de colognes are often great for people who want their fragrance to be consistent throughout the day. Yes, while eau de perfume will last for the entire day, the scent will change as it interacts with your body chemistry, so it can smell very different at the end of the day compared to the beginning of the day. Because eau de cologne is a lighter scent that fades more quickly, it does not react as strongly with your own body chemistry, and as you touch it up, you get a refresh of that same scent. Yes, so a lot of people think that perfume is for feminine scents and cologne is for masculine scents, but actually the only difference is in the concentration of perfume oil. You can blend any scent you want and get either perfume or cologne, depending on the ratio of perfume oil to the carrier alcohol. And then the last and lightest scent is eau fraîche, which is the most delicate and is 1 to 2% perfume oil. These are great for people who want a delicate and subtle fragrance. It is the least long-lasting of all of the different fragrance concentrations, but it is perfect for people who want a light scent that is not overbearing. This is a good choice for customers who want a signature scent but are sensitive to stronger perfumes. I also recommend them for occasions when you want a little burst of freshness but expect to be in a more crowded place like a movie theater or an airplane, and you want to be considerate to those around you and not come in with a really strong perfume. Okay, so you're thinking something in that eau de toilette, eau fraîche, eau de toilette, eau de cologne range? Sure, so we can mix up the scent and then give you a couple of options of concentration to see which one you like. So, next question. Do you use scented laundry detergent, soaps, or other products that leave a lasting scent on your clothes or skin? Okay, and typically what kinds of scents do you use for those products? Okay, got it. Of course, if we are creating a signature scent for you, we want it to complement and not clash with any other scents that you may already be using. And now I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about your fragrance preferences. So, do you prefer floral scents or woody scents? Okay, and then spicy scents or fresh, grassy scents? Okay. Do you prefer fruity scents or smoky, musky scents? Okay. And for fruity scents, do you typically like fruity scents like berries or red fruit or those bright citrus scents? Okay. And then for florals, do you like bright, fresh florals? Things like rose or cherry blossom? Or those more dried, deeper, herbaceous florals like lavender or sage? Okay. And for fragrances that are associated with food, we call them the gourmand scents. Which of the following do you prefer, if any? Vanilla, brown sugar, coffee, caramel, chocolate, almond, and mint. Okay. Got it. Great. So we often talk about fragrances falling into 4 fragrance families: floral, amber, woody, and fresh. And these fragrances make up a fragrance wheel, kind of like a color wheel. There are also several subfamilies in each. Subfamilies are composed of characteristics from 2 adjacent families. So here we have our woody scents and our amber scents, but we also have woody ambers or dry woods that have characteristics of the fresh and woody family. But you'll notice that there aren't any subfamilies comprised of 2 families on the opposite ends of the wheel. Fragrances that use scents from opposing families can be very interesting, complex, and unique, or they can end up clashing. So you want to be careful to make sure that you pick scents that are harmonious with one another and don't fight each other. We can incorporate fragrances from several families through the top note, the heart note or middle note, and the base note. The top note is the fragrance's first impression. It evaporates within 5 to 15 minutes and just gives that initial burst of scent. Bright, floral, or fresh notes are popular choices for top notes because they are light and delicate, but not very long lasting. Citrus scents here, like orange or yuzu, are popular choices, as well as soft florals and green notes. So Yeah, green notes are fragrances like fresh cut grass, as well as some florals and herbs. And they can be used to give a fragrance a more outdoorsy or even an athletic kind of feel. When you think of maybe like athletic body sprays, things like that, they tend to have more green notes in them. So middle notes, go back. So middle notes are also called the heart note. They tend to last 20 to 60 minutes, and they provide character to a perfume. They tend to appear after 15 or so minutes and last for an hour or so. So spicy notes or fruity notes are popular scents. So those in the amber family, the soft amber subfamily, or the gourmand scents, which are those kinds of scents that make you think of food. Chocolate, coffee, vanilla are all well suited to being middle notes because of their richness and their ability to give kind of character to a perfume. And so you can also blend those rich fruity notes in the gourmand family with things like blackcurrant or those dried fruit scents. And then finally, the base note is the longest lasting element of a perfume. It lasts up to 6 hours or more. And these are typically made of scents in the amber or the wood family. So those rich, sensual woods like sandalwood, patchouli, or oak, as well as musk, are often used. Base notes are rich and provide the foundation for the entire perfume. And because they are the longest lasting, base notes will be the most affected by your own body chemistry. So it's important to find one that matches well with your own body chemistry, as it will change as you continue to wear the perfume. So top notes tend to smell pretty much the same on everyone, whereas base notes are really personalized by the wearer. And based on what you said you prefer, I'm going to pick out a couple of scents for you to try, and you can tell me what you think. Alright, so first let's look at top notes. So these are the light, delicate scents that give you your first impression for your perfume or cologne. Okay. So first, we have a delicate jasmine fragrance. This is in the floral family. Okay. And next is an orange and bergamot oil. It has a really bright, fresh, and sharp scent with a little bit of sweetness. Okay. lastly, somewhere in the middle of those two is Orange Blossom. It has some of that bright citrusy quality as well as the floral aspect of the jasmine. Okay. We also have some coffee beans to cleanse your palate between the scents. Okay. So next are some middle note options. What did you think about those 3 top note choices? Okay. Got it. So kind of leaning away from the jasmine, maybe more towards the orange blossom or the orange and bergamot. Okay. So based on that, I think I can narrow it down a little bit and find some options that will complement those top note choices. So first off, let's go with a classic. This is vanilla. Warm, rich, a crowd pleaser, everyone loves it. Okay? Now you don't need me to tell you what vanilla smells like. And then let's go with another. It's often associated with food, but it's actually in the spice family. But that will be nutmeg, which is just right here. So warm, spicy. Okay. And then lastly, moving away from some of the more culinary scents, let's go with oak moss. So this is very woodsy, clean smelling, refreshing. Okay. What did you think of those? Okay, great. Let's look at a couple of base notes and maybe we can narrow it down to what we think would be great to blend together. So I have a couple of options. Each of these should work on the things you said you would like for the top and middle note. Each one will give a different character and personality to the end fragrance. So first, let's go with patchouli. So very lush, foresty scent, woodsy. And next, let's go with another woodsy scent. I think sandalwood. So this is also in the woody amber subfamily, just like patchouli. And it may just be the name, but I think of sandalwood as more beachy, whereas patchouli is more deep, woody forests. Sandalwood makes me think of like a coastal wood, whereas patchouli makes me think of somewhere deep in the mountains. But it might just be the name that does that. What did you think comparing the two? Okay. And then lastly, we have coffee oil, coffee perfume oil, which is another gourmand note. Yes, vanilla can also be used as a base note due to its richness, depending on the proportion of vanilla used to the other scents. But it can sometimes be a little too sweet. If you want something that is richer and more luxurious as a base scent, I would recommend coffee over vanilla. However, you did express that you liked the orange blossom and the vanilla together. And I think that maybe coffee plus vanilla plus orange blossom might be a little bit too desserty. Unless, of course, that's what you're going for. Okay. And finally, let's try musk. So, very exotic, sensual scent, rich, smoky. And some coffee beans again. Are there any that you wanted to smell again? The first two top notes, the orange blossom and then just the pure citrus. Yeah, so here is the orange blossom. Okay. And the orange and bergamot. Okay. And the coffee beans one more time. Yeah, they just help to kind of clear out all the other scents from your palette. Great. So for the top note, you were thinking, okay, yeah, I think that's a great one. And in the middle, okay, you want to try a blend of vanilla and nutmeg. Get the warmth from both of them. Then finally, I personally prefer sandalwood over patchouli, but it will depend on your personal preference and the overall effect you want to get from your perfume. Okay, you want to try the sandalwood? We can always remix and rebalance if we give it a go and you decide it's not for you. So let me get to mixing and you can test it out, okay? Okay, so here is what I have mixed up, and I'll let you give it a test. So this is at the eau de toilette concentration. This is about 12% perfume oil. And I'll let you sit with this for a minute and let the top note pass. Then you can tell me what you think. So how do you feel about that one? Okay, great. You like the concentration feels about right. Not too strong. Wonderful. Okay, and I think it will smell really amazing as it continues to develop and you get more of those middle and base notes. So for bottles, we have a couple of options. One is this little square bottle, kind of Art Deco. And then we also have a round bottle. Very pretty, very delicate. You prefer a square one? Okay, great. So we already have your sample mixed up in one of these. So you can just take this home. I have the formula written down for if ever you need a refill. Alright, thank you so much for visiting our perfume shop, and I hope to see you again.